Matt in Astoria. Matt, how are you?
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good, Matt. What's up?
Regarding Howie Rose's retirement announcement this week, you know, we all know what a great announcer he was for, decades. We all know about the Matoma call. Just a personal story with me and him. I met him probably about 15 or so years ago at an ice cream shop. Mm-hmm. Nicest guy in the world. Really was. And, in a day and age now where, so many of these guys are, conceited and, think they're the greatest thing in the world, that guy could not have been any nicer. And as good as, announcer he is, seemed like an even better person. And, when you have a voice like that for decades, certainly going to be missed.
Love Howie. I absolutely love Howie. To me, even though I grew up with Lindsey Nelson, Bob Murphy, and Ralph Kiner doing the Met games, right? That's why I grew up with those guys. To me, Howie's the guy. He really is. And I know Gary Cohen's great and all of that, but Howie, to me, is, through and through, he's a Met, through and through.
I think he's a great announcer across the board, whether it be the Mets, the Rangers. The Islanders. The Islanders too. Yeah. I wasn't really tuning in, to Islanders radio, but I'm just not being an Islander fan. But when it would come up, right, he did a very, very good job.
He's an all-time great. Yeah, he's an all-time great. And like I said, he is the all-time Met announcer for me. For me, that's who it's Howie.
Agreed. To be fair, we're kind of the only one that I know, but
right. Well, I've seen them all, bro. I've been there since day one. So like I said, I grew up with Murphy and Kiner and Lindsey Nelson. I've seen all of them over the years. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Yeah, no, that was all my point. He'll be missed, but certainly a well-deserved retirement. Yeah, that's all. Have a great day, Joe.
All right, you be well. I love Howie. Howie's, like I said, he's a Met fan. What I love about Howie? He's a Met fan through and through. I know that when I'm listening to Howie Rose do the Met games, that he's dying just like I am when something happens negative for my baseball team. I believe Howie was like me. He suffered when Tom Seaver got traded, right? He was aggravated, even though he was an announcer already for the Mets at this point, when Frank Cashin broke up our 1986 championship team, when he let Ray Knight walk, and he traded Lenny Dykstra, and he let Darryl walk, and all of that went down with that team. Traded Kevin Mitchell for Kevin McReynolds and all of that. I would think Howie suffered. I think Howie is probably upset, even though he'll probably never say it, that Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz are no longer on the team. So I think that's why I love Howie, because Howie is a Met fan. He's right there with me and all the big Met fans out there. He bleeds orange and blue, and I love that about Howie Rose.